What's up, basketball fans? Welcome to the banging video today. You guys are gonna love this video. But before we get into the banging fire video, I want to mention that 84% of you guys who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you don't mind, click that big red subscribe button. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. Anyways, let's get right into the video. The banger today, as you could probably already tell by the title, the top 10 centers of all time. What do you guys think? The top 10 centers of the NBA of all time. Let's see. Well, first we gotta get our options so we can keep using this. So we got Shaq, Kareem, Wilt, Russell, Hakeem, we'll do, so we're doing top 10. I mean, there's really just really like five centers that we can use. Kareem, Shaq, Wilt, Bill, and Hakeem. So let's just get into the ranking. Okay, number 5. This is a tough choice. It's hard to leave any of them out. But first of all, make sure you don't give discredit to this guy. He's just not on the same level as the other guys. Number 5, Bill Russell. So you might say, oh my God, Bill Russell has 11 titles. He menaced the society. He has 11 rings. That's almost as much as Jordan combined. Oh. I mean, that's not his whole legacy. Like, if you don't know, the Celtics were a really good team. Yes, they did defeat good teams too. But, like, Bill Russell played in the eras where it wasn't that hard. And he wasn't doing that good. Like, let's say, Wilt Chamberlain in his era averaged 50 points and 25 rebounds. If he would have been in today's NBA, he would have averaged around 27 points a game and 12 rebounds, which is still amazing. He just wouldn't be Wilt Chamberlain. He would be more of a DeMarcus Cousins kind of player, except he'd be like DeMarcus Cousins in his prime, but maybe better. But like, no, don't say, oh, you can't compare Wilt to DeMarcus Cousins. No. I know, but we just gotta be a little honest with ourselves. And Bill Russell didn't do that well. I mean, he did really well, like 16 points, 24 rebounds. In today's NBA, Russell would have averaged like 11 points a game and like 12 rebounds. Those might sound like stats very impressive, but not that impressive. Not nowhere near Bill Russell kind of name. And he would have probably had like only 3 titles if he would have been in today's NBA. Because today's NBA is much harder. And they would be tough even though they would give him a lot of fouls calls. Number 4, Wilt Chamberlain. You might say, oh my God, he averaged 50 points and 25 rebounds. Okay, that's not his whole career. He also played in an era that it wasn't that hard, that it was pretty easy. You might be like, well, we should be doing the eras, right? Okay, first of all, let's just do the other 3 centers on the list. If Kareem was playing in a tough era of the 80s. If he would have been in today's NBA, he probably would have had a little bit less points. Like maybe in his career, he'll still average 24 points. In his prime, he would probably average 24 points too, but he would have still been really good. Because he played in the competitive era. Don't forget, he played in the 1980 era, and he did play against Wilt Chamberlain, even though Wilt Chamberlain did a bit of a block shot on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But anyways, number 3. Well, the reason Wilt Chamberlain is number 4 is because he played in a very easy era. And don't forget, Wilt Chamberlain height. Ready? Height. he was 7'1". Don't forget, Bill Russell is 6'10". So it must have been super easy for him to just dominate because he was 7'1". And like nobody else was his height, and he could literally just dunk on everybody. And even if he missed free throws, he was just good enough to get the rebounds. So this is probably the picture I'm going to use to put in the video. You guys probably already know. Number 3, Hakeem Olajuwon. Now it's a very close call between Hakeem Olajuwon and Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, I might have just revealed the number 1 guy, the number 1 center of all time. But Hakeem versus Shaq is very close because Hakeem has better skill, but Shaq has better power. He's a better scorer, a better rebounder, and they're like equal on defense. Well, maybe Olajuwon's better at defense, but I give the slight edge to Shaq. And number 3, Hakeem, he also played in a very difficult era, so that's why he's ahead of Chamberlain. But he's just a little bit worse than Shaq. Number 2, Shaquille O'Neal. Now this is a bit of a close call between Kareem and Shaq. Because Shaq averaged like 28 points throughout his career, which is amazing. He was very dominant, and he played during one of the toughest eras. But I still gotta give the best center of all time to the best center of all time, Mr. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, who else would be up here if I say, well, give a little edge to Hakeem. Maybe you guys forgot. But Kareem has the most points in NBA history. He's a very good rebounder, a very good defender. But more importantly, he was the most unguardable player in NBA history. You might say, oh, that goes to Jordan. But wait, did you guys all forget about the sky hook? Look, Jabbar had 70 sky hooks. See the sky hook? See this? See? That is unstoppable. And when you can do that, like you're dunking, then you gotta be the best center of all time. That is why Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest center ever. But before we end off this video, I'm going to show you even more evidence that he's the greatest center if you still don't believe me. And if you do believe me, then you can sign off. But if you're a big Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fan, then you can just watch this because it's a little bonus for you. Who has the most points in NBA history? The most points ever in NBA history. Ready? 38,000 points. You might say, oh, that's 38.37. No, it's 38,387 points. What? That's impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, play the clip. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's why Kareem is the greatest center of all time. He also is number 4th of all time in my opinion. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.